All right, so for my English speakers, this is going to be a weird intro. I want to present you guys my guy Federico, and the next minute and a half is going to be you and me, man, talking in Spanish. I was actually, celebrating since you're going to be like the official first case study from someone from Costa Rica, and do like no better way than have, a Costa Rican coffee, right? So, a
Coffee.
partir de ahora, man, hablemos en español, un minutito y medio.
Démosle de fijo. Y no, un placer estar acá. Yo lo he dicho desde el principio que Rajado, estar en esta comunidad ha sido súper chuzo, ha sido increíble pues todo el cambio que he tenido, no solamente en conocimiento, sino en mindset, para todos los ticos, así, bueno, de fijo esto lo voy a estar mencionando en toda la reunión, pero mae, si hay algún tico que vaya a ver esto, de fijo mándense sin miedo. Rajado es un game changer este programa y no, totalmente agradecido con Enrique. Rajado ha sido demasiado chiva este proceso.
Ma, agradezco mucho las palabras, pero qué vacilón es ver como habla un tico, era ma, que rajado, que chuzo, que verdad vacilón, pero ma, bueno, tal vez como para antes de terminar la parte en español, ¿verdad? Este, yo sí quería decirte, ma, que me gusta mucho y algo que estoy muy emocionado y también para anunciar aquí en mi canal principal, que es en inglés, yo voy a empezar próximamente a tener mi propio canal de YouTube en español. O sea, obviamente, pues todo lo que hago es en inglés. Y cuando más estemos ya facturando más y crezcas más tu negocio, quiero hacer como otro case story full en español. Y dime, que sea también el primero que vaya a tener en ese canal, ¿verdad? Y más, bueno, también pues que empezar ya ahora sí bonito para mí, ma, porque siempre mis clientes han sido Estados Unidos, Canadá, Europa, etcétera. Eh, Dime, como empezar a tener gente como cerca de uno, ¿verdad? Y eras qué bonito de gente como saber que un cliente, por ejemplo, bueno, vos sos de San Isidro, de Heredia, ¿verdad? Mae, yo
Sí.
viví en San Isidro de Heredia años, como 8 años, mae. Entonces digo, wow, mae, qué tan es pensar que tengo clientes cerca de uno, ¿verdad? Entonces me gustaría ir a donde, que de verdad vayamos a donde Aarón, el otro cliente tico, mae, y de que él tiene un bar, es dueño de un bar, empezó un programa hace poco, y de que hagamos algo con todos los ticos, mae, sería muy bonito, me encantaría.
Sí, sí, de fijo. Yo siento que aquí en Costa Rica algo que es muy chido es que somos muy peloteros, y qué mejor manera también como de crear una comunidad que de sentirse así cerca. Siento que ese apoyo es demasiado valioso.
Por supuesto. But yeah, Federico, basically, I just want to introduce you to the people who are here on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook group, whatever people might end up seeing this video from. But for anyone listening, guys, I want to present to you guys officially Federico. His name is Federico Lizano. Dude, like, how the fuck do you feel, man?
Well, man, it's been quite a journey. It's been quite a ride. I have to say that I didn't imagine that the changes would happen like that quickly. But yeah, work pays off. I think that it's the best testimonial that I could give, that work pays off. You can get so much out of knowledge and out of like YouTube videos, but once you like know the correct road path, things are going are gonna go. So yeah, it's been quite a ride. It hasn't been easy because you have to put in the work, you have to put in the reps. But I'm super stoked. Like I just want to keep going and see what's the limit.
Yeah, 100%, man. Can you just walk us through what exactly is it that you do, man, nowadays? Because, of course, you have something super unique, right? Because, of course, you're working with Costa Rican hotels, etc. So I would love that you actually walk us a little bit more through what exactly is it that you do. And most importantly, what were you doing before we started working together? Because I think that, of course, the changes are really massive, right? So,
Yeah, so for the past like 5 years, I've been audiovisual producer, like a content creator, photographer, and videographer.
yep.
Mainly like before this year, I've been focused mainly on a hobby. I worked as an industrial engineer for 5 years as well.
Yep.
But I got to the point that I wanted to do what I love the most. However, here in Costa Rica, like living as a content creator is really harsh, and you have to know like how to sell yourself and how to sell your services. So at first it was really hard. I had a couple of like missteps with some clients that I knew that I had almost I almost got them, but I was missing something. Like I flopped like a 2,000 per month, 2K per month contract, just like for little words or little details that were missing. But as soon as I got into Enrique's course, like it was fun. It was funny because I was about to enroll in another course, and then you popped up, and I was like, hey, I gotta go with this guy. That it's a tico. It's a guy from Costa Rica. He's giving me like super good vibes, and yeah, I started from day one to see all the videos, like binge watching the entire like guides that were available, and putting the work, like applying them from day one. I tried to like advance as much as possible in what I could. And I had like a couple of clients that I already contacted them, but the way that I approached them before, like right now, was much better. Like for example, the offer creation workshop, like getting to know how the client thinks, how the client acts, and how the client like makes decisions was vital. Like to get to know how to structure the my proposal and my offer, to make it like a no-brainer. So it was like really easy right now to close deals and get to know the client much better.
100%, man. And something that I would like to, I mean, just like a quick fun story. Do you remember how you end up, entering the program? Like it was because of a typo in
Yeah.
the, I mean, you came from an ad and I wrote incorrectly your first name. I mean, of course, your name is Federico, but I wrote like Federico, something like that. And you were like, dude, like you should let me in, or do something because look at how you wrote my name. We were talking, and then, well, you ended up entering the program, right? So that's a fun story. But talking about that, man, like your experience so far, and just to maybe start talking more about results specifically, because man, I appreciate the words of you actually enjoying being inside the community, the mastermind calls or the support, etc. I mean, maybe you have realized like the amount of things that are inside, right? It's not just like the course material, it's also the masterminds, it's also the support, it's also the system licensing. There's a lot of things involved in the process. But I would like, I mean, something that really resonated from me, man, is just what you were saying before, like the amount of action you take, right?
Yeah.
So for example, man, like I remember that you came in and you immediately said like, hey man, I have some calls booked already. Can you just help me decide how to pitch this thing? And dude, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know, I don't remember, man. Like you came in and you were like, dude, I just signed a 1.5K retainer with this freaking hotel from what's the name of the hotel, man?
So it's almonds and corals, or almendros y corales for my friends in Costa Rica. This hotel is like a really legendary hotel in Costa Rica. It has been for like 20 years one of the most important hotels in the Caribbean side of the country. But I knew that they were struggling really bad with management, and they have changed like their staff and their management. So I leveraged in the pain points that they had. One of the things that what was really helpful was a discovery call that I implemented with them. And in that call, I like saw all the things that they were struggling with, and leverage like my offer with those points. So it was really like vital for me to do the research to see what they were going through, but apply like what I saw and the offer as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like one of the biggest, revelations, if I might say so, that I had myself in actually teaching you guys all of this about the sales process is that most people, especially for people listening, those ones who have an agency, like you want to see your agency as a partnership between your client and you, right? And if you want to go and have that approach with your clients, the best thing you could do is simply follow or install some sort of sales process that is intrinsically valuable for your clients or for your leads who then become clients, right? Because the problem is that most people think of sales as this hunt and kill type of activity, when in reality, sales is just the beginning to a good partnership. That's what, or at least I believe that's what it should be, right? And if you have a good product, of course, you are in your moral obligation to sell that, right? And for you, man, like I remember, we going through the offer creation workshop that we had. Do like the 2 hour long call that is just diving deep into everything. I remember, man, like just how excited and how committed you were to solving your future clients, man. And something that I love about you, man, is the capacity to simply, commit to solving real issues. And that's something that most people don't want. Most people just want to make some quick money. And I mean, that's totally fine. But if you are in business, you need to solve problems for other people. By definition, that's what a business does. Make sense? So that's something that I really loved about you. And man, like I would just love it for if you could start, like sharing how your life has changed since we started working together. Which, by the way, I think that we haven't talked about this, but I mean, it's been less than 2 months, right?
It's been 2 or 3 months, yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months. Yeah.
So yeah, like one thing important to mention as well is that before these courses, I was doing like whatever I thought that I could do in content creation. Like I proposed deals with car manufacturers. Like that was one of the deals that I was about to sign. And
Yeah.
thankfully as well, like it didn't go through because right now I understand that focusing on one specific niche is way better than doing whatever you want to, like doing everything,
Yeah.
even in fitness, in every service that you may think. You have to find like a niche that you enjoy and that you can solve issues, but as well that you can earn money as well, that they have the budget to pay for your services.
Yep.
So I think that's also a game changer, like to focus just on one niche instead of like doing everything. And going back to your question on how my life has changed, like I have to be like completely honest. Before this course, I was struggling deeply with anxiety. It was a tough couple of months because being like economically unwell is not, it's not good. Like you wanna earn money, and I have to say my ambitions are really big. Like I wanna earn big money. I wanna have my own house and a big house, and like being that point where you don't see like a light through the tunnel, it's tough. So right now it's like getting off a huge weight of your out of your shoulders. You get to enjoy more about what you do, because before I think that when you work for the money and you don't enjoy it. But right now, like when you like switch in and see what details are working on, then it's much easier like to improve, much easier to go into like flow mode. And yeah, it's been quite a journey. You get to do more like personal projects as well. Like right last week I traveled to Orlando to shoot a video for a supplement industry and in Mr. Olympia. That before, like I would have said like, no, I have to focus on earning like a little bit more money or something else. But the calmness that you receive after like getting things done, and having that confidence in you, like gets you way further. You get to like have more confidence with your clients, and then your client will have more confidence with you. So at the end of the day, like having that confidence is a game changer, to getting things done, and to at the end of the day earning more money.
Yeah. Something that I love about you, dude, is just the fact that you are willing to stop making money for the sake of just enjoying the process. I remember when I was telling you like, hey Federico, like you gotta stop, you gotta change a little bit how you actually fulfill on your offer. Remember what I was saying, like instead of going all of the weekends to this hotel, etc. Because I come from the mind of, I mean, and of course as the guy that you guys pay to, I'm always looking to find the best ways for you guys to make money or scale your business, right? So I'm looking like, oh, how can Federico scale his business? But you said like, dude, like honestly, I enjoy coming to the hotels that I work with. So like I actually enjoy like the travel, staying here for the weekend maybe. And something that even in and I don't know if people who watch these videos are going to even resonate with this in the first place, but something that I like is the fact that you don't need to make more money. It makes sense. Like you could stay there and be like, I enjoy the process. Yeah, of course you have your wishes of buying your house, etc. But dude, you already make. We are from Costa Rica, both you and me. I don't know, man, like 3 or 4 times already the normal human being does in here. Makes sense. So
Yeah.
what I would definitely say for people who are listening is just the fact that once you have something that works, it's literally like a control switch that you can say, dude, like, what do I want to do now? Because
Yeah.
once you start to make that money, you start to realize that literally there's nothing. I mean, it's all about doing more at that point. If you want to do
Yeah.
more, you know what to do. Make sense?
Yeah.
So for you, man, like outside from that, what would you say has been like the biggest change outside of just like your personal, the way in which you feel, the way in which you operate your business, etc. Like, what's something that has struck you the most on your time being inside of the community so far?
Well, I think that the confidence, as I mentioned before, is something that has changed the most with me. However, having that accountability as well has helped me a lot, because those two weekly meetings helps you like get your things done, and have on the top of your mind, like, hey, I have to watch this video, I have to do the VSL, I have to do the videos. I have to get things done. Not for the community, because yeah, you want to like say, hey, I did this and this and this, but at the end of the day, because you know that if you put in the reps, you'll get the results, like you know what you have to do. And going back, as what you said before, like I was also speaking with my girlfriend and with some friends that like, hey, like in a couple of months, I do want to get to the 10K per month milestone. And everyone here in Costa Rica is like, dude, that's crazy. But once you know that you can do it, it's easy. Like it's like a no-brainer. So yeah, like I know that going to every coast to coast in Costa Rica, it's gonna be tough. But I know that the process will pay off, and having that confidence in like in yourself, in your quality of your work, um, because that's something like you have to know how to sell yourself, but you have to know as well how to improve your the quality of your service, because then you're just words, but you have to like you if you talk the talk, you have to demonstrate as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think that's what has changed the most, like the mindset, and like that accountability with yourself to put in the work, and yeah,
Maybe
like
just realizing that it was possible after all, right? Because
exactly.
before you came in, maybe you were like, dude, like I see these guys making money, and dude, like, are these guys actually just all of them lying?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Like
Like
I
that's
was super skeptic. Like I was thinking like, hey, I don't think that those coaching programs work, but they do. They actually do. They actually help you with strong tools that work. Because at the end of the day, every human being thinks has like the same like thinking process. So you just have to like know how to dig in that thinking process to sell your service and sell what you want.
yeah.
Uh
But like now that you're saying that, I want to be a little bit selfish for a moment and just be like a little bit also transparent, not only with you, like in representation of all of my Latin American clients, but also to the people listening to this, both Latin Americans, Spanish speaking guys, or even the US, Canada, European guys. Um, Dude, like you wouldn't imagine the responsibility that I feel like I have. Because I mean, of course, I am a Latino. I live in Costa Rica. I was born in here. I mean, like I'm the everyday normal dude from Costa Rica. Like
yeah.
I have just dedicated the last 3 years towards building this thing, right? And of course, like up to 2 months ago, like all of my clients have been Americans, Canadians, Europeans, etc. Which of course I love, man. And I mean, it's not like I would change a single thing from what I do. But dude, like sometimes I feel like I also need to keep inspiring people like me, for like us, man, from Costa Ricans, to realize how possible it is not only to build a business from Costa Rica or from Latin America, but most importantly, even in the English market or the US market, to stand out from the noise. Because I mean,
Yeah.
by any means, I would consider myself to be like one of the market leaders in anything related to this. But dude, like getting so many in our case, man, you've been inside the community, so many people joining that maybe come from those big programs out there, etc., who say like, dude, like I paid this other guy $24,000, and dude, like I made $0 from that. And I mean, being like, dude, like trying to represent Latin America, if that makes sense, like, and now entering now back again the Latin American market, having this background that I just described. do like it's actually like you feel a weight in your shoulders. Like I mean, of course, I just want to demonstrate that it's possible to build a world-class business regardless of where you come from, right? And I was, unfortunately, I think you were not in yesterday's call, right? In the mastermind.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Yes, in yesterday's call, I will not reveal the name of the person I'm referring to, but the first coaching program that or the first person that I wanted to hire as a mentor or as a coach to help me get started in my first business 3 years ago, and it even got me emotional on yesterday's call, man. It was that I booked a call and the guy literally canceled the meeting because he said like, oh, this guy is from Costa Rica. He must be a BA, or he must be like, he's a bad lead. That's what they said, right? And I said like, shit, man, like I had like saved 1 year worth of money from freelancing projects, etc. To save up for the 1K installment plan that I had to pay because I had the money. I knew how much I would need to get started, and I still like being canceled on that call. Like, oh, this guy is a bad lead, dude. Like it was like shit, man. Like so fucked up. That's why I have so much like ambition towards simply building something so great that even people from whatever in the world will be like, shit, man, like this guy actually did something amazing, right?
Yeah.
And you haven't met Norberto, right? The guy from Cuba that is now in the program, right? Man, like
No.
he came in and the first day, that's what he said. Like, dude, like you should be louder about what you have built because honestly, if you think about it, man, like, well, you have seen my Instagram, right? For example, right? I don't post anything, and I only love like the thumbnails of my YouTube videos whenever I share them. And I think that, well, on one side, that's what has allowed the program to be as good as it is right nowadays, and ROI Land to be the business that it is, like focusing just on the product. But at the same time, dude, like sometimes I feel like I should be just be louder, like Norberto said, man. Like actually talk more about what we have done so far because I think that is honestly, I mean, before you came, you didn't imagine what it was, right? You probably thought that it was just like a course
Yeah.
and some videos on whatever, right? When in reality, it's a whole bunch more of what most people would believe, right? So
Yeah, for sure. I think that I think there's a misconception that us in Latin America can't make money, and I think you of all people, I think, have been proving everyone wrong. Like you have built like a great community of a varied amount of people. Like you have people with different services, different like ambitions from all over the world. And I think that's really valuable because at the end of the day, being part of that community, it demonstrates you that you can as well. If everyone, if someone from the UK or someone from Indonesia or wherever you are can, then you can as well. And there isn't any like limitation. And I've seen with many like coaching programs that they focus mainly on people from the US, so you feel like left out, or
yep,
even you people just from Costa Rica. And I'm not trying like to throw any shade to other coaching programs, but it's really helpful for you to get outside your box and outside your comfort zone and learn from other people around the world.
yep,
Because if you stick only with people from Costa Rica, then it's really hard like to think outside of the box, to like think from other perspectives, and even in the future like expand your services. Because like Costa Rica is a really small country, and my ambitions are to grow like in Central America and even Latin America.
yep,
So if I don't get to know how those people think and get close to those people, then I'm not gonna like learn how to grow my business.
yep.
And I think that's something really valuable from your course and from your program. um like apart from the huge amount of information that you give, like your course and your guides are really like insightful, really informational, really straight to the point as well. And like if you couple these, like the courses and the information with the weekly calls as well, then nobody can stop you. And I think that's what you have built. So yeah, I agree that you have to be like louder. I think that you have a big potential, not only here in Costa Rica, but in the rest of the world, because I think you have one of the best programs available.
Dude, like I appreciate that so much for real. Like talking about ambitions on your end, I would like to hear directly from you, man. Like what's next for Federico from now? Like what are the next steps? What are your goals? Because I know that you have this agency right now, but on the long term, you also want to build some sort of maybe coaching product yourself for photographers, if I'm not mistaken, course creators. So yeah, man, can you just walk us through that a little more?
Yep. So one of the things that I want to do in the next 3 months or 2 months is to hire people from to build a team, like a community manager, someone who helps me with WordPress and like website development, to improve my services. Because at the end of the day, that's one of the things that I mentioned. You have to improve your services. A good client base that not only like I would give the service to them and give like a quality service, but build a community between them, to help to them, like to share information and to, because here in Costa Rica, like having a hotel is not easy, and even like a boutique hotel has a bunch of like they struggle a lot. So if they share information, I think it's really valuable for them to grow. And as you said, like I have mentioned you before that I wanna, like in the next year, maybe hopefully, or year and a half, I would like to start my own like coaching program for content creators, for photographers, videographers, because I want to like show them that it's possible. Before like going into the water, many people told me like, "Hey, you're not gonna earn money. It's really hard. But if you know how to sell your services and know how to get to the clients, then it's possible." The thing is that here in Costa Rica as well, I think that there isn't like that much of a support between us, like content creators. Here in Costa Rica, we have a saying that it's ser luchapisos, which is like undermining other people's like floors. And I want to change that. I want to change the culture of content creation here in Costa Rica, because I think it's for the best. If we work together, I know that be we can position ourselves in, like worldwide, like being one of the best places in content creation here in Costa Rica. Like we have amazing locations, waterfalls, volcanoes, and beaches, but everyone works for themselves. And there isn't like much collaboration. So that's one of the biggest ambitions that I have, like building a community that works together, but that earns money, like earns big bucks as well.
Of course, man, and that makes a lot of sense. And I think that it will be definitely something that is not going to be the long or so far from now. Okay. All you gotta do, man, honestly, is you are your own case study. Like you are demonstrating in real time to other people. And actually, this video itself is going to serve as a way for, and by the way, sorry if you guys are hearing my dog over there, but this video itself in the long run is going to be like the first testimonial that you have. Like, hey, this video is literally saying in real time, hey guys, I'm doing it. Look at what I'm doing. And
Yep.
1 year from now, dude, like 3 months from now, it will be possible for other people to go and be like, dude, this guy Federico, look at what he was doing. You see, like it's possible. You are your own story. As the phrase goes, like your mess is your message, and your story is what actually resonates with other people, right? Especially in the coaching business, people resonate with people, right? So man, like just to maybe end up this case study, man, like what would you say to other people who might be like on the fence of working together, like joining ROI Land, or simply seeing what we have going on?
Do it. Like don't think about it. Do it and put in the work. Like I was really skeptical at first. I was really like struggling with the budget, but it pays off. Like if you put in the work and you like apply the knowledge, you'll get your investment in like 2 months, 3 months max. I think that people are really like they underestimate the power that they have, and I think that your course shows that, like demonstrates that it is possible. So at the end of the day, it's like put in the work and showing everyone wrong. Like in life, like people count you off and people like think that you're not gonna make it. But if you put in the work and you have the correct tools, you're gonna make it. And I think RI Land is like the best place to be to find those tools.
I love it, dude. Man, thank you very much for your time in here. Where they can find you, like if they wanted to reach out or more info. If there's for whatever reason, I don't know why a photographer watching this video, well, what would you say to them, or for them to reach out to you, or just to consult you on whatever?
Yeah, I love the shameless plug. You can find me in Instagram. It's like the main place where I post my work, and you can contact me. That's one of the things that I like the most. I chat with everyone. Like I don't throw around any message. I respond to everyone, and it's FEDELIZANO Fidelizano at Instagram. You can find me there, and let's chat, let's work together, let's collab, and let's do it.
I love it, man. I love the fraternity that you got building, man. I actually saw your story earlier today that I actually replied to, of other people literally just asking you, man, like how you are doing your stuff. And yeah,
Yep.
man, I just love the fact that you are so open about it and say like, yeah, let's chat, let's collab, let's see how we can help each other. And I love that about you, man. Like I'm sure that you're going to go places for sure. Like
Thank you, man.
as long as you keep focusing on client results, customer experience, most importantly, man, like being as genuine as you are and just transparent about everything, 100%. So,
Yep.
Federico, man, pura vida, man. Gracias
Pero
por
ya,
esta. Y bueno,
no,
nos vemos mañana en la llamada de coaching,
nos vemos, ya mañana vuelvo, de fijo.
pura vida.